Hi, I'm Naomi Morales,
I'm Taya Summers.
and this is Two Peas in a Podcast by Poly Spotlight News. Hey, Poly students, I'm Naomi,
I'm Taya.
and this is our podcast, and we're starting it. This is our first episode, and we're starting it brand new, and we'll see how this goes.
I'm a senior. Naomi is a senior. We're class of 2023. Rise up.
Rise up 2023.
Lance up.
That's CBU. But,
Poly
bear
Bear.
up. Bear up.
Grr.
Bear den, you know what we're talking about. Me and Tay have been going to Poly for 4 years.
True. This is my second year in Spotlight.
Yes, this is also my second year in Spotlight, and Spotlight is our campus news article newspaper.
Go read it. It's online, okay?
Yes, go read it at
We have an
spotlight.com.
Instagram too. It has polls. It's super fun.
Yes, it is. It's honestly, I think you guys should go read it, because if you want to know more about Poly and you want to be featured in some of our articles, you should go and read it. It's very interesting, I will not lie, and we have a lot of creative workers there. So
This is true. So I guess our back to school edition, this will be us. We're just going to be talking about big things happening over summer, beginning of school year, little jitterbugs, things like that. So who's excited?
I sure am. I'm very excited, obviously.
Beautiful.
Well, so like Taya said, we're going to be talking about, this summer and our first few weeks of school. We've been going to school for like a week and a half.
Yeah.
I have to say it's not bad. It's
the weather is bad. I actually don't dislike school. It's just the weather that makes it bad.
Yeah. The weather, it's still obviously summer season. It's not fall yet, which is sad, but going to school and having to be in the heat can be hard, but we're pushing through. So back to school has been fun. We did, in fact, have a back to school dance the Friday before school started,
with the intentions of welcoming new freshmen on our campus. So I hope they felt very welcomed. I hope they had a blast.
I really hope they did.
Expectations were low, but
they got
ASB pulled through.
ASB did pull through.
One thing though, I think that Poly needs to hire another DJ, because these DJs the past year and a half, just it hasn't been hitting.
Yeah. Honestly, I think when you hire a DJ, you gotta hire someone that's younger and knows what the kids want.
Exactly. We want to hear that new Steve Lacy, that new Megan Thee Stallion.
Yeah, of course. And he wasn't bad. It's just the song lineup was
backwards.
It was backwards. He was playing good songs, but they were playing in the beginning when no one really was comfortable yet and dancing and loose. But I think ASB did pull through, trying to hype everyone up, and me and my friends went there and we did have fun and dance, and they also had food, which was a plus.
Okay, listen, the food was actually so good. I had 2 burgers, I had a hot dog.
Yeah,
it was honestly time of my life.
Honestly, it was good, and I'm pretty sure they gave food to the first 500 people. So come early to the dances if you want to get that special treatment.
That's true.
You always need to have food before you dance, because you're going to be dancing all night.
This is true.
So that back to school dance was fun, and I hope the freshmen liked it, because it was mainly for them. But back to school, first week, wasn't bad. We didn't really have a lot of work, but there was, in fact, a fight on the third day. Yes, there was a fight. All I gotta say is, nothing to blame here.
Don't be recording that stuff.
Don't be recording it.
They'll find you.
They'll find you, of course. But I thought it was honestly kind of funny that there was a fight on the third day of school.
It's really I don't know the word. It really made the school year feel like the school really started.
Yeah, honestly, the school started once there was a fight.
It's true.
And of course, it was broken up immediately as our security guards came, protecting our schools.
Sweep the kid.
One day at a time. Sweep the kid. Got them apart. I hope those 2 girls worked it out and they learned from what they did. I wish they had found a better way to solve that problem. But,
True.
sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do.
I guess so.
But maybe don't do it on school grounds.
This is true.
Just don't fight at all kids. Come on
But
now.
listen, I learned a new rule. I learned during enhancement that a school fight, if you if there's a problem on campus, the time it takes you to walk home from poly is the allotted time that it's still considered a school fight unless you touch your front door. And I just learned that yesterday.
Really?
I did learn that, yes.
So it's technically a school fight even if it's not on school grounds.
Depending on if you haven't gone home first.
Uh-huh.
Or if it's in the time, like say if I'm walking home from school, it takes me an hour. If I'm in a fight within that hour, then that's technically a school fight, and you can still get in trouble.
So a few summer movies came out this summer actually. Let's talk about it.
Let's talk about Elvis.
Okay. Top Gun. You should put a Top Gun and go.
True.
Yeah.
Minions.
Top Gun.
Don't forget Minions.
Oh yes, okay. Also Minions. But we were gonna elaborate more on Top Gun, Elvis, and how it impacted
the female body as a whole.
Yes.
What's going on down there? Listen, Elvis, I think, had a bigger impact on the young female community who's like, wow. Who's like, Austin Butler, sheesh, hold on. Austin Butler, that's what I'm thinking. But listen, I think that the millennials, the older generations, they think Top Gun, I mean, it's the best thing since sliced bread. They really believe that. And you know what? I think Top Gun is most comparable to it's the Joker of the millennials. That's what it is. Yeah, that's the Joker for them. Honestly, Elvis was my Joker. And I really believe that it was just so beautiful.
I think Top Gun had a lot of influence on men and their facial hair. How we feel about that Top Gun stash?
Honestly, it only works if you're really beautiful, so poly students, please stop growing your mustaches.
No hate, just maybe ask a friend before.
Phone a friend.
So I did watch Top Gun and Elvis. I went to go see Elvis after everyone else saw it, and I honestly really liked it.
He never wrote any of his songs, you know that?
All right.
Out of his 500 plus songs, he didn't.
Are you serious?
I'm serious.
All right, so Elvis knocks down a point for that.
Yeah.
But the manager was obviously kind of psycho. I thought his voice was funny, but good job to
Tom Hanks.
I
have beef with him because actually Tom Hanks is the one who made Elvis dance the way he does, but for some reason it just came full circle, and he was like an old man or something when so I don't know how that happened, but
I thought he danced that way because of.
Remember Forrest Gump?
Oh, okay. We gotta explain that. So if you haven't seen Forrest Gump, Tom Hanks is Forrest Gump, of course. And in his movie, he basically taught Elvis his little jig he does. So we respect that to Forrest Gump for having that.
Shout out
to him. Obviously, it was just a good movie. And Top Gun Maverick, it's honestly just beautiful to watch. But I'm gonna say Take My Breath Away song overplayed.
Take my breath away.
Honestly, a good song. It's just was overplayed in that movie way too much.
Yeah, I would have to agree. I think that I'm really confused though, because in the first Top Gun it only talks about that girl, and then in the second Top Gun she's the girl that's in the whole movie. And I really didn't see the connection between the two, but I mean, I guess I understand.
Right. And compared to the first one and the second one, what did you think?
I like the second one more. The first one was kind of bad.
Really?
It wasn't bad. It was just it was overhyped, but I thought the second one was good.
Yeah. My mom was shaking in her boots when she found out Top Gun was coming out.
Yeah, my dad had a whole family thing. There were like 16 of us at the Top Gun premiere. But can we get a load of Miles Teller?
Oh, that
So
man.
beautiful.
He's the only one that can wear that stash, I gotta say.
Yeah.
He's beautiful.
Returning to
Miles Teller did a good job of the role he played.
Okay, and also people think that Miles Teller should have been cast as Elvis, but I thought Austin Butler did like a really, really good job.
He really embodied him.
Yeah, I think he had to like go to therapy or the doctor or something after because he was like so.
And that's what happens with most.
It's true.
Like
R.I.P. Heath Ledger.
Yes, all the Joker characters, they just get into it too much and they actually turn psycho. But like true. Austin Butler as Elvis, I don't think that's a problem.
No, he did a good job.
To be honest.
Another summer movie, Minions.
Minions. That was a big hype. Below. That was a big hype for all the kids and all the teenagers and most adults, to be honest. It was overthrown by TikTok, I would have to say.
I know.
Everyone dressing up in suits to go watch the show, watch the movie. Obviously, so respectful of them. And I think it deserves all the money that it got from the movie. It deserves it. You know, I love Steve Carell. You know.
It was a beautiful movie.
Beautiful movie. And there's nothing much you can say about that. So like I said earlier, we have 2 segments. Our first segment is called Phone a Friend. So Phone a Friend is, how about you explain it, Taya?
I'd explain it. So basically we posted something that was like, leave a question, it'll be anonymous, you'll be on Poly Spotlight, because you gotta have that consent. You gotta have it.
Exactly.
And so basically we just have some questions. So I'm gonna ask Naomi a question, and then she's gonna ask me one of the questions.
And these are all questions from Poly students. So if you want to do that, we're gonna be posting it every time we do a podcast.
So I guess you just gotta listen to the whole thing to see if your question was asked.
Exactly.
The first question is, how is she friends with Taya? How are you friends with Taya?
I don't know if that was like backhanded or an actual question, but I'll just answer it like an actual question.
Okay.
I became friends with Taya because we both play the same sport, water polo, and you know, our friendship just grew from there.
We have a real beautiful friendship. It blossomed.
Now it's my turn to ask Taya a question. What is your favorite ocean?
I'd have to say my favorite ocean is the Pacific, because it's next to California and we live in California.
Yeah.
So that's my answer. Okay. Let me ask another question by an anonymous asker question person. How does Naomi also look so good?
Honestly, you just gotta like wake up every morning.
You're sick.
I don't know who answered asked that question, but talk to me separate. I'll answer it for you and give out the secrets.
Sure.
How do you feel about the later schedule?
Well,
at Poly,
I feel like, this like spotlight period is like a 0 period, so that's fine. You're going to school early, but then you still have to stay for the rest of the day, and it gets out later, which is really annoying. But I don't have a 5th or a 6th period, so it doesn't really affect me. But I can imagine that if I did have a 5th and a 6th period, I would not be happy.
Be angry. All right, we could do one more.
One more question. Let's find. Oh, this one. Would Naomi commit arson?
Next question.
Is the sky in space?
The sky's in the sky.
Oh.
And space is in space. And I don't know if the astrology girl asked me that question or not, but you know.
No, I don't. Okay. But thank you for all your questions.
Phone a friend. So that was hope you guys liked that one. Our next segment is Senior Spotlight.
I'm Ryden. I'm a senior here at Poly. I make clothes at RDK Design Studio, so that's my little thing.
Hit that up.
I'm part of art club. I do photo at school, all the creative stuff mostly, except music tech. Those guys are really cool. Yeah. So I don't
Hit
know.
that up.
Hit that up.
What's the
Shameless
Instagram?
plug.
RDK Design Studio. All lowercase.
Sick for that. All lowercase.
That's my senior spotlight.
Yeah. How do you make the clothes?
How do I make the clothes?
Yeah.
Basically, so I burn a screen, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then I get some clothes, like either from like a manufacturer, thrift store, whatever, secondhand.
Mhm.
People just give me some stuff to print on sometimes. I put the screen down, put the ink down, silk screen it, so it's screen printing on the clothes mostly. I've got like a few laser
Yeah.
prints done. Those are kind of weird, but mainly sticking to screen printing.
Honestly, this is on the come up.
It's on the come up.
It's on the come up.
Oh, I made hats. I'm currently wearing my hat. You guys can't see it,
The
but
hats are fire.
hats are fire.
Let us know if you guys want video down below.
Down below.
True.
But we're obviously not videotaping right
We're
now.
coming for you, any
So,
injuries. It's going to be the new,
honestly.
better podcast.
Yeah, exactly. So hype it up.
100.
100.
Share it with your friends.
Yeah. So that was our first episode of 2 Peas in a Podcast.
We're going to make an Instagram. We're going to have polls. So request
we're
what you
gonna-
would like us to talk
We're
about.
gonna blow this up right now. We're gonna get everything in our hands to make it big.
We're literally the next Emma Chamberlain. Like, actually, we're going to be her.
We're gonna be them. And I hope you liked our episode. And we're gonna do an episode every edition.
This is true.
Yeah. So thank you for watching. I'm Naomi.
I'm Taya. And this was
Catch
2
you later.
Peas in- Aww.